Welcome back in. This is NSC Undead. Welcome to another Raid Shadow Legends video. We are gonna walk you through 10 tips and tricks on Chimera to make it a lot simpler for you to get your keys in. Alright? So your first tip here is gonna be bring a reviver. You have to have a reviver in Chimera. There's a few things that will just kind of instantly kill you on this boss, and you're gonna have to need to pick yourself back up, or it's just not ever gonna end well, and you're never gonna be able to make it to the end. So that will be your first tip. Your second tip is you bring somebody that could cleanse if you can, and heal if you can. It could be either or it could be both. Honorable mention is Elva. It can do all of that stuff, and that's why she's so strong in here. But if you need to bring a separate reviver and a separate cleanser or a healer, or somebody that does both of those things, go ahead and do that, because you're gonna need it to make it to the end, and if you make it to the end, you're gonna do more damage. So cleanser or healer, or somebody that does both. Third tip, your reviver needs to have higher crit damage than somebody else on the team, and it's for ram form right here. As you've seen at the beginning of this, Necmo got targeted and he just killed him without stopping hitting, and that's because one of his mechanics, he targets the guy with duel, but it targets the lowest crit damage on your team. So make sure your reviver is not that, or it's just Ram's gonna take him out. And then outside of that, so once you're swapping back to the ultimate form, the form you start with, this form right here, it's better not to have buffs, because watch here, right here, he wipes your buffs and then does more damage according to how many buffs he takes off of you. So if you need to pause it, just kind of A1, do what you need to do to run off your buffs and then let him switch. It's smart to do that, because then it's going to do a lot less damage. Okay? And then your fifth one is forget about the ram side of things. Don't worry about trials. Don't worry about trying to put in a bunch of damage. At the beginning, without you trying to put a super technical team together, just get through the ram form and revive everybody at the end. When he's about to switch back, or right when he switches back to the ultimate form, then just bring everybody back and start pushing your numbers again. The ram form is not a fun one to deal with. 6. Your enemy max HP hits is your easiest form of damage on this boss. It's one of the best. I recommend bringing in 1 or 2 of those if you can, because it's just going to help you hit higher numbers easier. It's not as good for trials usually, but for damage to get your chests, which that's what we're trying to hit first, I think, it's going to help you get there a lot easier. 7 is 9-piece protection, or if you can't do 9-piece, do 6-piece. 6-piece is fine as well. Is very, very important for people that are bringing buffs. As you see, these ones are all protected because Lydia's in 9-piece protection. Not everybody needs it, but it still helps out tremendously. And then furthermore on that, if you're a little more endgame, 9-piece Merciless, that one has to be 9-piece to be like super good. It's good with 6-piece as well, but 9-piece gives you that extra turn mechanic. I have 9-piece Merciless on my enemy max HP hitter, because it helps him get more turns and makes him do more damage. As long as you could get the stats, super, super good. Then number 8, if you could bring block active skills for Viper, is super handy. So once you go in there to the Viper form, you can throw that on, and then you can pretty much lock him down the entirety of the fight. So if you could do that, you're good to go. But if you don't, tip number 10 is making sure you save all your skills, especially for Viper. Don't have any buffs, have 0 buffs, especially block buffs up. Don't have block buffs up for sure. And try not to have any buffs because he's going to take them all for himself. And then it's just going to be a lot harder to deal with him. And then you won't be able to put block active skills on him if you let him steal your wrong stuff, or if he gets increased speed, then you're trying to beat him in a speed race, which makes it very hard. So just try not to bring any buffs into Viper, which is on turn count 25. Okay? So make sure you keep that in mind. It's turn count 25 and 55, I believe, for Viper form. So just keep that in mind. A1 when he starts getting close, when this hits like 24, just start A1ing or whatever, stop putting up buffs, and get into the Viper form fresh. And then you can get in, you can try to cleanse if he puts up all the poisons, and then you can throw on your block active skills if you can. You're going to have a lot safer of a time doing it that way. But outside of that, tip 10, just take your time with it, and don't rush it. Try to build a team that could survive to the end, and then start putting more damage into it as you can. And it will come. But if you follow these basic tips and tricks, you will have a lot easier of a time getting to the end and getting better damage out of your team. Outside of that, guys, I think that does it for me. Please, if you learned anything, please like and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in another video. Thank you. Bye.